So what's up YouTube, this is Max from Zero Productions, and today I'm going to be talking about individual small group tactics for the medium and heavy tank. So let's get into it. So I know I'm pretty overbearing with kind of the safety procedures with having to have like a bunch of small tanks with the heavy tanks and like 2 to 3 small tank or light tanks with the medium tanks. But I think for the heavy tanks, for the heavy and medium tanks working together, you only really need one, and I mean you can go up to 2 and it can be helpful, but you don't really need any more than one. But because we're going to be working on these tactics together, I would keep at least one with one medium tank with a heavy tank at all times. Now, going over the individual tactics again, usually the light tanks are used for spotting and attacking like artillery pieces or maybe other light tanks, but what you really want to use the heavy tank for is destroying, taking out other light tanks and medium tanks, and I guess artillery pieces too that might be difficult to take care of with lighter tanks, and really use the medium and light tanks to really bring the full effect of the artillery in. Now, having these work together, what you can do is kind of move the medium tank up into such a position that if it is knocked out in the next turn, that it can provide a bit of cover for any other tanks that will be moving in, and then try and take out as much as it can. If there's only one, it can only take out one thing. Now if there's 2 things, that's really not much of a problem. You just want to select the thing that'll be easiest to destroy and try and take it out, and then, you know, if it's taken out in the next round, that's totally fine, and then you move in the heavy tank to then take out anything else that's behind there. Now, these definitely work well in groups, so like having a heavy and medium tank group here and then one over here, and being able to kind of all come around to the same position in one turn and just take out everything in that one turn is definitely something you want to work towards, and definitely something that can be very beneficial. Now, the only thing that is kind of bad about the heavy tank is that one, shelter is relatively hard to find, and it's really only buildings, and then 2 is they're really small amount of movement points. Now, some have relatively okay movement points, but some just don't have very good movement points at all. So you always want to think about what you need to take care of most, and how you can best tactically approach the situation without really putting your vehicle in danger at all, so you can complete the mission objective with as like the least amount of casualties as you can manage. Now, the nice thing about having more than one medium tank is that if there's 1 or even 2 enemy tanks, they can only select up to 2 targets. Now, they can have a choice of either taking out both your medium tanks or one of the medium tanks and the heavy tank if they want to try, or they can try with these 2 to try and take out that heavy tank, which there's a very low probability of, but still, there's still a chance that they could try and take it out. So what you can use the medium tanks for is to kind of overwhelm your opponent and overwhelm his ability to make tactically sound decisions and strategically sound decisions that will be beneficial for him, just by giving him more options, and kind of trying to get him to really think and choose whether he wants to take out your heavy tank or your medium tanks. So that's all I've got for you today. Next week, hopefully I'll have the next episode of the Micro Brick Battle Tournament. So I will see you then.